If you're planning to launch a course and start selling the courses through sales calls, or you're already taking sales calls to sell your courses, then watch this video till the end, because I'm going to be sharing with you several different ways with which you can sell different tier offers to your clients or your prospects without taking a single sales call. Welcome to day 9 of the Offers Turnover Challenge. If you have no idea what we are doing over here inside of this challenge, what we are doing is we are converting negative ROAS offers that we are running on cold ads to positive ROAS so that we can start spending unlimited money to acquire as many clients as we possibly can. Okay, so today was day 9, and today was a very light day. Without much ado, let's dive inside of it. Okay, so today was a very light day, as I mentioned. We only did two things. The first one is we revised the strategy for this particular client called DMERC, and the second thing that we did was an offer clarification for LC. Okay, so the first one itself, we are going to be talking about how we can sell without taking sales calls. So let's dive inside of it. So today what this particular client was doing was he had some questions regarding the strategy that we formed earlier. You can go back to the previous videos, let's say on day 5 or day 4, where I created a strategy for this particular client and he had a few questions from that strategy. So I just answered those questions. The first question was, why was 12 weeks chosen for his course or his digital course, right? So we strategized the entire course, the lessons and all of that. So the timeline for that course was 12 weeks, where we are going to be delivering 12 topics. But then he asked a question of why it was 12 weeks. Was it based on research or anything of that sort? So what I said was, the timeline of any course depends on how much time it takes to get the students to the result. So it doesn't matter whether you're offering coaching program or you're selling a course. The timeline of that course or the program has to be decided by the client, because they know their audience better, and they would know how long would it take for their prospects to get to the results. And this particular client had this concept called the core 7 of getting to the result, right? Now if you don't remember, DMERC is in burnout recovery niche. So in order for anybody to recover from burnout, he had this core 7 steps. So what I suggested was, after his response, that we can just offer a 7-week program rather than a 12-week program, right? And then based on his 7 core areas. So that's what I suggested. The second thing that he asked was a sales model clarification. If he is going to need a sales call to sell a $497 course or upsell the coaching program. So what I suggested was, we prefer doing sales calls if the program price is above $2,000. Now by we, I mentioned, like, this is the project that we are working on, right, with another person, and that person usually prefers taking sales calls over doing trainings, because not everybody is good in front of the camera. So it's better to have a salesperson do the calls and so on. So for that, we do, for if your offer is more than $2,000, only then we take sales calls. But since our program is just $497, we can sell it directly through a sales page, right? And we can either do it upfront, or we can also have a low ticket offer upfront, and then upsell them the $497 course. Okay, so later on, for the upsell, what I had strategized before was a coaching program. Now, a course is a DIY course which is self-paced, but then the coaching program is where the involvement of DMER comes in, and he takes the coaching calls and the Q&A sessions and so on and so forth. So that involves his time. Okay, so what I suggested was, later on, we can raise the price of his coaching program to $5,000, $10,000. After we have got like 10 to 20 results for a particular client, we can start raising the price of our coaching program to the next level, right? Then what he was asking is, why we would require a low ticket offer upfront. What insights or limitation is the team seeing that the client might be missing? So what he suggested was, like, what I had suggested in his inside of his strategy was that we are going to have a low ticket offer that I had also strategized. I also strategized the title of the low ticket offer, the bonuses and all of that, but I suggested that we are only going to use this if it was needed. By if it was needed, what I meant was, usually before coming inside of this project, I never thought that we could actually sell a $297, $497 course straight through a landing page, right, on cold ads. But then we figured out, with all the optimizations, the changes, people are buying $497 courses as well through a straight landing page on cold ads. But the goal is the goal on cold ads is to get at least to break even, right, on the front end. So if you are just breaking even, it doesn't make sense for us to break even on a $497 course, right? Or at the same time, if the $497 course does not work out, what we usually do is have a $27 low ticket offer upfront, and then we upsell the course so that the upsell becomes pure profit and we can just break even on the front end with a $27 offer or $37 offer, so that the client acquisition becomes free, and then anything that we make after that is pure profit, right? So why we would require a low ticket route for this particular offer if this $497 does not work on cold traffic? Usually $497 offers work on cold traffic straight away through a sales page when it is a very niche offer. However, if it's not a niche offer, then it gets really difficult to sell a $497 offer straight through a landing page. Let me give you an example. If it's a coach that's selling how to grow a barber shop, it's a very niche offer, right? How to grow a barber business, or salon business. So that is a very niche offer. There are not a lot of offers within that arena. But if you are in a make money niche, right, like I'm going to help you make $10,000 and it costs $500, it's not going to convert, because there are a lot of people who are showing other people how to make $10,000 with just a $27-$37 courses upfront. So that's why niche offers perform better with premium low ticket offers against the most generic offers, right? Since this is burnout recovery, it's like everything that is not a test is a guess at best, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to test the $497 course. If it works out straight on the landing page, we are going to use that. If not, then we are going to shift the strategy and move towards having a low ticket front end offer, then upselling the course. Okay. Then he had a question on the pricing. Is the $497 price based on market research or the absence of personal achievement highlights? Because he wanted to sell this program at a higher ticket price rather than just $497, right? So what I suggested was, like, what I answered was $497 is just the standard for a course or program that is stretched for 8 to 12 weeks for a coach new to marketing. So I'm talking about a course. I'm not talking about like a coaching program where which involves the time of the coach, right? Unless you're a very new coach, you have never coached before, then I would suggest start at 497 for your coaching program as well. But if you have been in the game for a while, you have helped several people through a coaching program before, then sure, like have the coaching program prices higher. But then a course, a DIY course, $497 is just a standard price, right? Then once we have enough proof, we can start raising the price later on. Note that we are not selling this course for 497 right away. First, we are going to pre-sell this, or just offer a launch price as at $197, so that we can get a few buyers to come in, give us some feedback on the program, get us some results, and then we can start selling this program for a higher price later on, right? And then the next question was the potential to increasing the price later. So he was asking if we can the price can be adjusted later on. Definitely it can be adjusted. We can start selling the coaching program for even $10,000, right? So that was the thing. And then final question was, is the $597 coaching upsell inclusive of the $497 upfront program's price? So I said no, it's absolutely exclusive, because the upsells are like something that people pay on top of the front end offer. Okay. So how do we sell courses without taking sales calls? So there are four tiers of every market. The first is low ticket offers. If you have a low ticket offer that costs anywhere between, whether it's ultra low ticket offer to premium low ticket offer, it's $1 to $497. We can directly sell it to through a sales page, right? And once a $497 offer or a $200 offer starts converting in a straight away landing page, we can introduce a low ticket offer and then sell it in the back end so that we can keep all the money, right? Just like I mentioned before, if we are selling a $497 offer upfront on the sales page, the max we can get to is 1x ROAS, right? But if we are selling a low ticket offer on the front end, and then we have this $497 offer in the upsell, then it's like pure profit in the back end, right? So the ROAS is going to increase like really, really well. If we have a mid-ticket offer that costs anywhere between $497 to $2,000, it's highly recommended to do a webinar, right? When we are doing webinars, we do not want to get people on a sales call. We just have to get like 10, 20, 30, 100 people inside of the webinar on a Zoom meeting, and then all we can do is just sell the program or make the offer towards the end, and we are good to go, right? So that's how we sell low ticket and mid ticket offers, like mid ticket offers through webinars without taking a single sales call. Okay, low ticket offers also without taking a single sales call. And then let's come to the high ticket offers. The high ticket offers anywhere between $2,000 to $25,000. How we can sell it is through either sales call or challenges. Now here comes the best part on how you can sell high ticket offers and premium value offers without taking a single sales call. There's this method called challenges. 5-day challenges is a way with which where you bring a group of people. It's kind of a virtual event where you bring a group of people on a virtual Zoom meeting or a private Zoom meeting, and you give them training for 5 days straight or 3 days straight, depending upon your audience, for 1 hour a day for 5 days or 3 days. And then towards the end of it, you make them an offer. You see, Myron Golden sells his $25,000 and $55,000 offer through a 5-day virtual event, a virtual challenge, right? Through that, and he does the challenge every single month, and he has been doing that for 3 to 4 years now consistently. And every single month he's having this payday coming in, where a bunch of people go ahead and join his coaching program, right, which costs $25 to $55,000. And for premium value offers as well that cost more than $25,000, highly recommend do a challenge, right? A 5-day virtual event, also known as challenges, will allow you to not take a single sales call, yet deliver so much value to your audience that getting them on a 10K offer, 25K offer just becomes a no-brainer, because they have got so much value from you. Now, how do you structure this challenge? Is it a free challenge? Is it a paid challenge? Now, it is a paid challenge. I would highly recommend have a paid challenge. Do it every single month. See, you do not have to have 1,000 people on your challenge every single month. You start with 10 people, then have 15 people, 20 people in there, get better at selling in that small room. And once you start getting 1 or 2 people joining in inside of your $10,000 $25,000 office, then start increasing the budget on the ads with your low ticket and mid ticket offers. Let's say you just have run a low ticket offer on the front end and sell the challenge ticket in the back end as an upsell. Then you will start getting a lot of people to join your challenge, right? And once you start getting a lot of people to join your challenge, what you can do is like just organize this challenge every single month for 5 days. Just for 5 days, you're gonna invest 1 hour a day in coaching people and 1 hour a day answering their questions, right? For 5 days, that's 10 hours a month. And towards the end when you make an offer, when people buy, congratulations, you have a 6-figure payday, right? So if you're just starting out, here's what I would suggest. And you are looking to launch a course or a coaching program, then here's what I would suggest. Help 5 people to get the results first, right? Whether you do it for free, you sell it for a low ticket price or whatever, help 5 people get to the results. Take the lessons and make a course out of it. Like, by course out of it, I mean create a structure, create your framework. So for example, if my goal is to sell my clients premium value offers, what I would suggest them is first nail down a framework for themselves, then do a 5-day challenge. How to do a 5-day challenge? First, we are going to be creating the structure of the challenge, then we are going to be creating the funnel for the challenge, then we are going to be creating the marketing angles for the challenge so that we can start selling the tickets, and then finally we will do the challenge. And after that, on the 5th step, it will be like pitch the offer, make the money, right? So 5 steps to creating an amazing challenge. So that's my framework. What is your framework of getting results to your clients? Once you get nail that framework down, you can create a course around it, you can create a coaching program, you can create a low ticket offer around it, whatever, but everything is going to rotate or circle back to that one framework. Okay, so once you work with 5 people, you will know what is the best approach to get to the results. Okay, and then sell the course through one-on-one first. Like, have at least 3 to 4 people buy your course one-on-one. Like, see what people are giving a feedback after joining your course once or twice, right? Once you have sold some of those, get in the 5-day challenge game. By all means, highly recommend get in the 5-day challenge game. Go to go to YouTube and search DIGIMUZ or Z, and go to my other channel where I talk about just 5-day challenges, and go inside of it, understand the entire challenge game. But get inside of the challenge game, right? That will allow you to start selling one to many rather than taking sales calls forever. See, here's the best part about doing a challenge. When you're doing a 5-day challenge, it doesn't matter how many people you have in the challenge because you're investing only 10 hours. However, if you're taking sales calls, then you need to have two people take the sales calls if you have 100 calls, three people take your sales calls if you have 150, or even if you want to take 1000 sales calls and start scaling that, you would need to have in like a team of 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 salespeople who are going to keep taking sales calls from you, from your team. Is that achievable? 100%. There are a lot of companies who do sales calls, right? It's absolutely, for sure, by all means, the like possible, right? But it all comes down to whether you want to do it or not. Do you want to manage a sales team, or do you want to do it all yourself and still sell one to many and make more in a single day than you would like throughout the month, by taking several different sales calls or managing several teams, fulfillment, onboarding, and so on and so forth. So, would really recommend start doing 5-day challenges. Here's why my personal preference is to never take sales calls to sell high ticket or premium value offers. Simply do a 5-day challenge or an in-person mastermind if you have like super premium offers. Just like mine has a $350,000 VIP day, right? And he says that through in-person masterminds, right? And there are instances where people come to his challenge and buy the $350,000 mastermind. So, I mean, this is just crazy. By all means, I would highly, highly recommend start doing 5-day challenges and get inside of that game. Okay. Now, having said that, let's dive inside of the second review that we did for the day, which was LC. So for LC, we needed some offer clarification for her, how the offer looks like, and so on and so forth. So what we had planned out for her was that we are going to have a front end $27 offer, and then we are going to upsell the $297 course, and then we are going to have a downsell pop up where we are going to give them an option to buy this particular program for $99 per month for three payments, right? So it's kind of a payment plan. Then we have a confirmation page where, and then after that we are gonna have some email delivery for the front end offer. We are gonna deliver the front end offer, and then we are going to have an email sequence to get them inside of the upsell, which is the course, right? So for the front end clarification, I just gave the complete clarification of the bonuses. I just removed the names from here for confidentiality purposes, but then this is how it looked like. And the deliverable for the front end offer would be like a self-assessment form that people can fill out inside of the software called fill out, and how they are going to assess themselves to find out the supplements. So if you don't know, this particular client is in supplement substitute niche. By she shows people how to do muscle work to figure out what supplements are best for the body, and the course price is $299. But since we had a $27 offer, I suggested to change the price to $297 rather than $299. Okay, just like a small change. But how do they assess how much they are spending? They simply fill out the form, and we give them some benchmarks to compare their answers with. So an ideal person who is using the light supplements is spending this much, but this is what you're spending. You have no idea what you're doing, right? And what results you're getting. But this ideal person is actually getting the results without spending a lot. So when they compare, they are gonna know where they are, right? So how do we set the benchmarks? We can simply have a one pager that we ask people to compare the results with. So this is like an ideal scenario, okay? And then I just shared all the bonuses with them that we had planned out. So for the order bump, what the client suggested is that they could make 1200 wellness prompts that we can sell as an order bump for $7. So I suggested if we are selling it for $7, let's have 777 wellness prompts rather than 1200, because it just makes it super valuable, right? And then how do we deliver this? We are going to create a GHL product under the name the kit. Then simply add each deliverables as a lesson under one module. If we can have a quick 1-minute video that explains how to use each one of these bonuses or deliverables, our reviews for the kit will be amazing, right? So how are we going to deliver this? Is just create a product inside a Go High Level, and then just because we have PDFs and assessment forms and so on and so forth, what I suggested was, can we make 1-minute videos that will allow people to understand how they can go ahead and execute on this. How can they use the 30-day journal? What is the best method? How can they use this particular guide? How they can use this red flags report? How they can calculate their costs? Now, just because we are not just sharing them the PDFs, we are actually showing them through a video on how they can do it themselves. It just becomes super valuable, right? So that's how we can package the front end offer. And then for the upsell, I just said that, hey, we are just gonna have one line at the top where we are gonna say, hey, we have received your order. You will be receiving an email, but while you are waiting, watch this another thing where we have got this course for $299 or $297 that we are going to be selling to you. Then we can have changed the call to action of the sticky section from this to this, right? And yeah, for the downsell, we just gonna have a pop-up where we offer the $99 per month payment plan. Okay, and we are going to create two email sequences for the client. One is abandoned cart sequence with 12-hour gap of 4 emails where we are going to have people purchase the kit as soon as possible. And then there will be a second sequence which will be a value driven follow-up sequence to get all the ticket purchase or the kit purchases to get inside of our $297 course. Okay, so on the 3-day sequence we will also ask them to leave us a review by replying to our email, um, giving a genuine review of the kit. In exchange, we will allow them to get $97 off the course, right? This expires on day 7, which is the final day of the sequence. So towards the end of the sequence, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be offering people to leave us a review for the kit. Since 4 days have passed from them buying the kit, what we can do is in the last 3 days we can say, hey, this coupon is going, we are going to be sharing this coupon, just reply to this email and give us a review of the kit, so that it will allow us to sell the kit further in the future. But at the same time, it will also allow us to get some reviews and have people sign up for the $297 course while giving them a discount. And we can also have an urgency angle that this coupon is going to expire on the day 7, right? So get in right now. So these are the two things that we did for the day. And I hope this was valuable for you. If it was valuable for you, let me know in the comment section what was your best takeaway. And for me personally, the best takeaway was utilizing challenges in order to sell courses or coaching programs that cost more money. And at the second time, the second biggest takeaway for me was, or the second big takeaway for me was the email sequence where we drop the pricing by allowing people to leave us a review. So that has dual benefits for us to go ahead and collect a review and at the same time sell our courses. Okay, while creating an urgency angle. So I hope this entire video was helpful to you. Let me know in the comment section what was your best takeaway, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, keep creating for a change.